So China is the biggest source, or one of the biggest sources of demand for most commodities. And as we've seen recently, the Chinese economy has slowed down. There was a lot of optimism after they came out of their zero COVID policy late last calendar year. But the data since then has been disappointed. And the government, at least so far, has not been stimulating as much as perhaps people expected. And that's showed up in lower commodity prices. For instance, China's the biggest source of demand for iron ore and also copper, which the likes of BHP and Rio have big exposures to. So going forward, I mean, it really depends on two things. Number one, whether the government increases stimulus like it's usually done when the economy has slowed over the past decade or so. But the other problem over there is its massive massive property market is tottering. Property prices are going down, developers are going bust, and the property sector is a big source of steel demand, hence iron ore and metallurgical coal demand. In terms of the property market, I guess the question is, does the Chinese government increase its support to try and moderate property price falls and hopefully stabilize the sector? In saying that, the interesting thing is that iron ore and copper prices really haven't fallen as much as one might have expected given the troubles in the Chinese economy. And so at the moment, our preferred exposure are actually elsewhere. Whitehaven Coal is a thermal coal producer I mentioned earlier. It's still significantly undervalued in our view. And then there's also Newcrest, which is an Aussie gold miner that's probably going to be taken over by Newmont, which is the world's biggest gold miner. It's been affected by lower gold prices and also Newmont's relatively poor first half. And so we still think there's an opportunity there for those who are willing to hold Newcrest shares until it gets taken over by Newmont and then ultimately Newmont shares.
This video has been prepared for clients of Morningstar Australasia Proprietary Limited and/or New Zealand wholesale clients of Morningstar Research Limited. Any general advice has been provided without reference to your financial objectives, situation, or needs. You should consider the advice in light of these matters and any relevant product disclosure statement before making any decision to invest. To obtain advice for your own situation, contact a financial advisor.